1969 issue of the Wall Street Journal, written by Mr. Neil Maxwell, staff reporter. According to reports of our own farmer, the Muslim property and life are being attacked by a devil. Miss James Ace Bishop called himself a missionary. He had started attacking us for a fight. The Muslim had lost a couple of heads of cattle by gunshot penetrated by some coward, according to report of Mr. Neil Maxwell. This demon, Miss James Ace Bishop, seeks to bring himself and American people into a war with Allah God and the righteous, which will be the end of America and our people. We the Muslims are a people of peace and have and are proving ourselves to be just that all over America. And of course, this demon, Mr. James Ace Bishop, is proving himself to be just what he is made to be, a mischief maker. As Allah God who came in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, has taught me that he is. I will warn this troublemaker that he is playing with fire, a very hot fire, for he is not attacking Elijah Muhammad and his followers, but he is attacking Allah God, who welcomes the attack. For this is what he came for. And sure, as Allah God live, we will convert every black man in America to his or own. And this includes those in Alabama. Look at the Muslim condition in Alabama. Went there to buy a piece of land from a citizen in Alabama. And then some white enemy appears who called himself a preacher of the gospel of Jesus. But he did not forget to preach the gospel of the devil along with it. This devil, Miss Bishop, we hired him when we first went to the farm in Alabama. He worked for us on the farm, digging holes to help us to get set up on the farm. At that time, he said nothing to us. They were charging us with being there illegally. Why did he hire out to us? Why did he help us to get started on our farm? We hired him and paid him for his work. And there was no talk from him in the matter in which he is talking now. So this man now turned to be a real enemy, and not a secret enemy. He even goes so far now, even talk of killing us and asking us for a fight. We are losing cattle from bullet wounds. He is speaking in direction of even destroying our property and cattle. Even make it hard for us to buy gasoline. And the most ignorant and the worst thing is that the gas attendant sell us the gasoline, and then we are arrested and charged with a crime for buying gasoline instead of charging the man who sold it to us. It is very ignorant and silly. We have brought land and cattle in Alabama. We mean to get the profit out of what we bought. And the government of Alabama intends to drive us out from our property. They will have to buy us out, not drive us out. If the government of Alabama is in agreement with the white people of Alabama and what they are doing against the Muslims, and I said to the whole white America that we have Allah God on our side to retaliate against anyone who mistreat us. We did not go down there with rifles and guns to shoot anyone. We are Muslims and a brother of Muslims. If we are not accepted by our brother Muslims, we must certainly have been accepted by the God of Islam, Allah, whose proper name is Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, who came to us without observation, as it is written of him. However, he makes his work manifest. The Nation of Islam idea, again, is to build better countries, homes for the black people. I said to the whole American white people that you can never win against anyone outside or inside of America as long as you seek to mistreat us. As it is written in the Bible, he who contains with us, Allah God will contain with him and give them their blood to drink like sweet wine. So remember, we are the people of Allah God. We make no trouble with anyone, but Allah God will retaliate against anyone who makes trouble for us or who seeks to do us harm. The decline of the dollar, the strongholds of American government is falling to pieces. She had lost amongst the nations of the earth. One of the greatest power of America was her dollar. A loss of such power will bring any nation to weakness. For this is the meter of exchange between nations. The English pound and American dollar have been the power and the beckoning light of these two great powers. But when the war went off, the gold and silver standards, the financial doom of England and America was sealed it. The pound had lost 50% of its value. American dollar had lost everything now, as power back in her currency, which was once backed by gold from every $5 note and up, and all of her currency was backed by silver from a dollar note up. But today, the currency of America is not backed by any sound value, silver or gold. A note today is something that the government declare they would give you the value in return, but does not name what that value is. But they definitely are not backing their currency with silver or gold. This is the number one fall. It is very clear that the loss of the power of American dollar means the loss of the financial power of America. What will happen since there is no sound backing from our nose? We do not know. What should we expect even in the next 12 months under the fall of the power of American dollar? This means that we have 100% inflation. What could happen under 100% inflation? Your guess is as good as mine. The power of gold and silver was once bound in America, but the touch of the finger of God against the power of so mighty a nation and now called the crumbling and fall of America. We can easily and truthfully liken the fall of America to the prophet picture given in the Bible, Revelation of John 18, verse 2. The name Babylon used there does not really says whether it is ancient Babylon or a picture or some future Babylon. The description it gives as follows. And the angels cried mightily with a strong voice, with authority, saying, Babylon, the America, the great is fallen, and it become the habitation of devils. Allah had declared the people to be a race of devils, and a whole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. The description here gives to the Babylon by the prophet compared with the present history and people of America and their fall. The picture shows the cause of her fall. Number one, she had become the habitation of devils. And being a habitation of devils make her a haven for every people that love the work and doing of the devil. Here, the prophet refers to them as being a whole of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. People referred to as birds, snakes, beasts, fish, other animals to tell or represent the characteristics of that person. It's universally known that the very beginning of American people was from the lower class European people, and their first ruler, President Washington, was a fugitive from England, and the common dissatisfied and the lower grades of European people followed and boasted his authority. Top of the morning. This field inhabit America with a very low class and low base people. And this type of people went into Africa and purchased slaves from amongst our people who are also uneducated, most of them, but there was a few who was highly educated. All of these began to mix with the low base, evil mind, real citizens of the Western Hemisphere whites. And when America begins to get strong in power, she opens her doors to unprivileged laborers in overpopulated countries such as China, Japan, and Europe to seek citizenship in America. Are my days blessed? Thank you for asking. This brought into America one of the most mixed people who is granted the freedom to live any kind of life they choose. They was not forced to serve the God of the universe who made heaven and earth, nor any religion. They have freedom of worship. This make America a haven for any people who wish to be free of the competitors, a religious and just rule and authority that people for the past 500 years have put into practice every evil that's imaginable. Every evil that's imaginable. The freedom of uncleanness is granted in its worship. The percentage of sexual worship of the same sex is greater than any government on the face of the earth. Little children are being taught sex almost from the cradle, making a whole nation, as one man put it, nearly 90% freak of nature. It is common to see on the streets of any metropolitan city of America man sweethearting with man, women sweethearting with women, little boys with boys, and little girls with girls. It is common that a decent family is puzzled as to where to send their children for schooling. There are no all girls schools as they once were. There are all girls schools of sweethearts, the same sex falling upon their own. Boy college are breathing such filthy practice. The jailhouse, prisons, and federal penitentiary are all breathing dozens of homosexuals. As the prophet says in the 18th chapter, she is a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. There are types of hateful bird. This is why a name is given. It means human being. There are birds of prey and birds that are unclean, such as crow, owls, blizzards, ravens, who live and thrive off the carcass of others. There are unclean people living and thriving off the unclean. It is time that God intervenes to bring about the end of such people as the wicked of America. She offered the same fate to all of the civilized of the earth. She hates you if you are against her way of life, will threaten you with death as the star mice did Lot and his followers. But I say it to you, as the fourth verse of the Revelation chapter 18 says, you that want to be a better people than this, come out of her. The so-called American Negro are referred to here in the fourth verse as being God's people. When people come out of her, that you be not partaker of her sin, and that you receive not of her pledge. This is a call to the American so-called Negro to give up a doomed wicked people that have destroyed them from being a people worthy of recognition, who have now become lovers of the enemies and destroyers. The fifth verse tells us that her sins have reached into heaven, and God have remembered her iniquity, and is ready to destroy her. Her destruction comes quickly, according to the eighth verse, that pledges of death, mourning, famine, was coming one day, 1 year, then after that she should be burned with fire. This is backed up in these words. Strong is the Lord God who judges her. Here it gives us the knowledge that he who judges is well able, with power, with wisdom, and careful to make judgment against her. The destruction of American education. The pledge of Allah God against the educational system of America is something that the philosophers and scientists should look into, as the destruction of American education is the destruction of the wisdom to educate the people. There are many who look on destruction without taking a second thought, the destruction of American education. Education is a guide for the people to keep and maintain a civilized life. It is education that civilizes us. Now, to see the citizens of America rebelling against the American educational system is something that the rise of the rise should take thought of. The American people actually have come to a point where they hate their own educational system. This means that they are hating and destroying their civilization, because it's education that civilized people. The American people no longer want the education, and they are destroying the very house that house their textbooks education. They are rebelling against their teachers who teach education. They are fighting their teachers, and then they set the house on fire, schools, colleges, and universities. This means in words, as I have said above, that they are destroying their own civilization. The black people today who are blindly helping the white people to destroy the civilization are like Samson was in his day and time. He helped to pull the buildings down, but he was blind to the fact of destruction of the building. All Samson wanted to do was to get even with his mockers, who had put out his eyes, who laughed at him. Samson did not care whether there would be a civilization left behind him or not. He was willing to die blind to the knowledge and the future of his people and those people he was destroying. Throughout America, her colleges, her universities, and her teachers are in danger. The students no longer want an old world guidance. It's a new world that they want. But in their mad destruction of the old world, they do not know how to prepare for a new world civilization. In their madness, they refuse to hear a teacher teaching of an educational system of a better civilization, the civilization of the black man. The wisdom of educational system of the black man of the earth have never been known to this world, because the black man was put to sleep in order to let this world white man try self at ruling. Now the rule of this world have been found to be dissatisfied, and the dissatisfaction is 100%. Allah God has come to take over and to guide another people to setting up a better educational system for the people of whom himself is the head. And we all get guidance from him, as Daniel said in his prophecy. God will set up a kingdom, and he will not lead into the hands of others, but he himself will guide it. But first, he must remove all this rubbish of this white man's world educational system. He discarded American educational system, as we discard rubbish to be burnt up. The black man who hears the teaching of Islam feel proud that he had been taught something that he had wished for all his life, but the average black man that hears does not accept it as he should. He accepts it in such a way that he can be criticized and mocked, for he wants to take a piece of it as he had done in the past. He ran away with it, claiming that he knows this. He would try to set up something of his own from a few words of it, to throw the black man behind. They do this through envy, jealousy, proudness on the parts of the person. It's the way the black man of America is divided. The devil knows that the black man is proud and envious. The white man helps them to be this way so that the black man will never get any place to himself. And the black man takes such steps to divide himself up. Look how the devil is teaching our people division now. The devil goes and get everyone who can think for the black people to allies them. Look how he named streets after Reverend Martin King and Malcolm, because he was the devil's disciple. Reverend Martin King was not the disciple of the black man. He preached integration with white people and become white folks. Then a white man killed him. So the white man does the same to you, although you follow what the white man tells you to follow, and you worship the white man. Many times I have remind you that Reverend Martin King was not trying to separate you from an enemy, but instead he was trying to unite you with the enemy. Reverend Martin King was not seeking a home for you as Moses was seeking a home for Israel, who was opposed in Egypt. In this modern day America, I'm seeking an independent home for you. Reverend Martin King did not do this. See, Reverend Martin King taught you to submit to the white man, become one of them. See, all your life, you had known that this is destruction at the so-called freedom. It's the same as the dog returned to his vomit. The black man vomit out of the white man, and now he goes back to the white man. The white man is right when he said that you are free. You are free, but if you go back to him for him to put the chain on you again, he would do so. Malcolm flew out from us as hypocrites. He went and joined white people and worshiped them, and he got what he preached for. Now the white man named colleges after Malcolm, only to get you to join in the philosophy which he left behind, that white people are good. Malcolm went to Mecca and saw white people. Instead of joining in with the black man, he joined in with the white man. Although he was taught the white man birth and death, he preached it as long as he did not turn the enemy against me. He turned the enemy against me when he wanted my place over the people. He thought that by going over the earth and making a mock of me, he would do just that to get rid of me. But the very people of Mecca and Egypt and other places he went, they are with me today. Here in the United States of America today, there are more followers than I had before Malcolm said a word. You cannot discuss one whom Allah God has taken for his friend, for he has the power to keep your disgrace to nothing. The white man teach you to worship Malcolm in order to lead you astray against me. You come around trying to argue with us. I do not give 2 cents for you following Malcolm. If you want to follow him, you will get divine death. and destruction, with no one to give you any honor and respect. Only the devil whom you serve. The devil set enemies and hypocrites for you to worship in order to pull you away from me. He knows that you will be a fool to follow the enemies and hypocrites, but that is to turn you away from your starvation, which I'm preaching. You cannot prosper fighting against me. For Allah God is not with you, He is with me. Does not matter how many devils you have with you. You can have a world full of devils, but that will not amount to anything. Show how anxious you are to get what the devil offers you for following his guidance. Allah God came to put an end to the enemy, the devil, and the powers to rule. This you will learn. I am not without power from Allah God. By any means, regardless to whether every one of you reject follow me, I mean the whole 30 million of you. That will not stop me or condemn me as being unable to lead you. You black people in America are no more than a small family. We have a world of black people that I can continue to teach. And they are so anxious for me to come and teach them. As I teach you the truth, it is immaterial to me whether or not you believe and follow me. If all the little black organization who are trying to do something for self will unite with me and make a complete body of one, we will most certainly have starvation in our hands at once. We all want to be like Christianity. Each one sat and enjoying his little part. And one day they'll lose their part. The destruction of America's educational system is the best thing that God could do to get rid of that which you depend on for guidance. America's educational system have never benefited you and me, only to keep us slave to the white man. We the black people want an educational system that will bring us into unity as a man before Allah God. We want an educational system that we can read and alike of ancient and modern history. We want an educational system that will bring us into tomorrow, not an educational system that is dying today. What hope can you have in a world that is questioned and bursting as under as America is? Do you think that we will be here and that you will go back like you were before the war? I say you wait and see. This is the end of America. Allah God will destroy her for what she have done. For she is the most evil one of the right race. America is more evil than you were. America is worse than her father, England. Look what is going on at the present day and night. Black man, America have no respect for you, nor for your women, yet desire America's civilization. Still, you want to destroy it. Now, what do you want, my dear man? I think that you should first prepare to replace that which you are destroying. I advise you to unite with me. Let us build a nation like a single house. The united force is always better than a divided one. I say unite with me. For I cannot unite with you, for you do not have anything for me to unite with you for. You have nothing but a chain carrying it around that any wise, civilized man can take and bind you with continually. You may be able to wreck the whole America, but you have nothing to replace it with. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. I will repay. Look how he is repaying America with rain, snow, hail, earthquakes, fire. These can destroy America at once. But he bring her destruction upon her gradually. As the Holy Quran teach us, Allah God bring the wicked to nothing little by degree, for when the wicked cannot perceive. Allah God came to give you better names that have a better meaning, a greater meaning, an eternal meaning. These names of Allah God will live forever, but the name of the white man will not live forever. Allah God offers you and me heaven at once, not heaven after you are dead. If we do not accept heaven, he can also put us in hell if we reject his help. Remember, the destruction of America's educational system means the doom of America. We are not left to wander aimlessly. Holy Quran plainly teach you and me that Allah God will not lead you to wander aimlessly. Allah God has the aim and purpose to you and me. So come and follow me and learn the new education for the black man is not designed for you, the black man America alone. It is for the black people all over the earth. Take it or leave it. Savagery of America. The great country of America and her great richness and great institution and her great towns and cities spread out like a blanket over the surface of the western hemisphere, but for tall buildings going upward over 100 stories. The great architects and building engineers have become such experts at building to precise that makes the past history or two of 4,000 years ago looks like child's play. Her lands is shadowed with the rings of many plains which cover almost like a cloud. The great and wonderful works of scientists on earth and in the air, her great mighty fleets afloat on the high seas and on the surface and below the surface. Her great scientific mechanical communication systems, yet with all of this might of skills and engineering or building the country of America, display, practice more savagery than any civilized country on earth. And all of her educational institutions are not enough to make a man so intelligent and proud of his education and of being an American citizen that he would not practice the same savagery. There is no such thing as law and order. The law is disregarded as though it was thrown in the jungles to be carried out by savage beasts, murdering, killing, robbery, raping, and drug addiction are the only law and order that is respected. And have become such a country that the civilized man of intelligence and decent is afraid to walk the streets of these vast towns and in cities of America. He would be more secure in the jungles around and in the millions of wild beasts than to be walking the streets of these great cities in America at the night. Groups of robbers, murderers, killers, and dope addicts are prowling the streets at the night to exact the evil attention upon innocents. This is a mob of savage that the intelligent and decent women should not dare venture out amongst. And if we see such women walking around, they are part of these savage people. They have become a dangerous, even for the girl and woman to be standing alone in any unprotected place, day or night. Rapists lurching around bus stations, robbers, also thieves, or at such station in which such condition existing in a so-called civilized country like America. This is the worst name that could be applied to her. Police, detective, FBI are all here. But these daring savage acts are committed right before their eyes and ears. The dissatisfied. We are living in a time when the dissatisfaction is 100% throughout the world of man and mankind. Therefore, we are living amongst the dissatisfied person daily and nightly. No one is satisfied, though they may be righteous. They are not satisfied because they are living amongst unrighteousness. So the whole entire world of the wicked and the righteous is upset due to the dissatisfaction. The dissatisfied are gaining every day more and more amongst the people when they hope to bring into the same condition that they are in. Today, nothing is made so clear to the chief makers of dissatisfaction. The black people in North America who are up from slavery are the targets of their white slave master children who wish to keep them here and deprive of their starvation if possible. The white man holds out promises to the black man only to deceive the black man. The white man fascinates the black man and tries to do that for the black man that the white man does not want to do. But nevertheless, he does these things in order to get his hold on a black one slave to go to this white man doom with him. The devil is an open enemy of the original black people of the earth. Temptation. The white man is trying to tempt the black man all over the earth to take part with the white man in evil and filth. Here in America, if you will bear me witness, sex talk is the topic. Conversation 24 hours a day on the radio and television. These public broadcasts to the people contain some of the most filthy talk and some of the most filthy action on the screen than we ever dream of hearing from a neighbor, even in private, not to think of in public. The black man in America is on the radio 24 hours a day. The white man loves to weigh the black man out and his filthy language of sex to see how many of our black people he can get to go to hell with the white man by portraying them with his sexual talk. The Holy Quran is 100% right. Read it and try and find something in there that is not true. If you think that you have found something, come to me and I'll show you in the world that is the truth. Black man, this is the end of the rule of the white man. Allah God came to kill them for mistreating the black one slave here in America. Allah God said in Isaiah, the Bible, that he will kill our enemies and call us by another name. Black brothers, this is going on right in your eye, but you still think that the time is prolonged to the distant future and that you will not live to see it. But I said to you all in truth that you are living in it now. The scientists of America knows that America is on the way out. And since you black men are the righteous, perhaps all of you will be saved, but you are bound to submit. When you see what is coming, Allah God will take you and me and call us after his own name. As I have preached to you for years, as long as we go in the names of the white man, who are his people to serve him, and go to his doom with him. The white man stripping you of decent clothes to wear. Many will come out in the public, one half nude. He is making you shameless. You are doing something that you did not know you will ever be able to do. But it's in you that you are like to obey the devil and not obey Allah God, the God of righteousness, truth, freedom, justice, and equality. It is so shameful for you to sit and let your voice be heard on the radio and the television, answering the filthy question that the white man is asking concerning your own personal self in the way that you think. The white man is only trying to choose you to go to hell with him. The white man knows that there is no heaven for him. There will be a remnant of them saved, but the majority are going down, and they are taking a fighting chance of it in a way of deceiving you to go along with them. This is the reason both books, the Bible and Holy Quran, teach us not to let the arch deceivers deceive us. But the devil is doing it night and day. Why do you think he have these 24-hour talk shows talking amongst you and with you? If it is not to get you to agree with them so that you will go along with them to their doom. Certainly, they hate me and the Muslims who follow me. But their hatred does not make any difference with us, just as long as Allah God does not hate us. Their hatred goes for nothing if Allah God is not hating us. As it is written, he whom Allah befriends is not disgraced. Allah God has always backed up his people, who are the righteous, who believe in him from ancient time until this day. Fear not, lift up your head in the pride of truth and love for you, black man, the God of the black man. The dissatisfied must be removed from the satisfied of Allah God and his people of righteousness. The law found black people in America have the greatest gift coming to them of any people who live in the past. They will have a new growth put into them, and it will be changed in a twinkling of an eye, as it is written in the Bible, the Holy Quran. This change will take place after Satan had been conquered and cast out of the earth amongst the black people to whom the white man is no kin. Confusion of people. Now the rise of America, one slave, into the knowledge of self and the spirit of Allah and the personal master of Allah, Muhammad, the Son of Man, author of the resurrection of us, the mentally dead, is causing untold confusion amongst the head of states. The scriptures being fulfilled, wherein it prophesies that in these days mean the end of the wicked world of Satan, ruler are against ruler, kings against kings. In the days of the prophet, there was no heads of governments. It was given the name president. Ruler was referred to as rulers and as kings of the people. The prediction of the prophet who wrote our future before we live is now coming to pass. The slave or foolish people, as they are referred to, by Moses are based in the slave master. Today, as these prophecies are now being fulfilled, we are not surprised at the truth God gives to us through the mouth of his prophet coming to pass, as it was prophesied. The master must give up his slave, and the slave must give up his master, regardless of desire to remain with his master. It is the purpose of God himself to separate the two, so that he can give the slave justice and equal chance for survival, as the slave master had been exercising power over their slave. America is being torn to pieces politically as Pharaoh political party was in the day when Jehovah went after the freedom of Israel. Egypt was plagued with drought, great hail, storms, rain, and fire according to Psalms, running side by side, fire and water. These pledges are now visiting America from Almighty Allah God. People who have no knowledge of the book and scriptures can make grave error in trying to continue with the old world of the black man enslavement. There are many of our people, especially amongst yesterday leadership, who desire to lead the shackled slave into more secure shackles for the sake of their master, for fear of their master, dislike of the leaderships. This is found amongst the spiritual leaders more than amongst the political leaders of Black America, which make manifest to you that the spiritual leaderships fear not the God of truth and justice, but fear the enemy of God. God is the author of freedom, justice, and equality of man. We must have unity with the black nation of the earth, of which you and I are members, and who are leaving in search of us, since now having the knowledge that we was bound in the chains of slavery and the western hemisphere of our earth. We cannot come forth making a step of freedom towards a free people until the shackle had been cut, to allow our steps to be made freely. It is written so plainly in the last book of the Bible that the fearful, unbelieving leaderships and the followers of the enemy, the beast, and the scriptures does not try to hide giving the slave master one of the worst name, as he is like a savage beast against the black man of America, and the world of people of God shall go down with the beast in the lake of fire. Our unity with God, who has already appeared amongst us in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, will sit us in heaven while we live on this earth, our natural home. America lost the friendships. The Bible says, as thou hast done, so shall be done to you. America had done the worst work of deceiving other people and making false friendship with them. Now her turn hath come. No one wants to trust her for friendship, for she hath deceived many nations. Revelations chapter 12. The Bible prophesies of America under the worst name that could be given to a human being. Serpent, snake, Satan, devil, the arch-deceiver of the people of the earth. Therefore the black man is warned in Revelation 18 verse 4. Come out from my people. The scriptures warns the black man to give up Babylon, which a name mean America. America has tormented the black man. Now the tormentor is after her. The divine tormentor says that we should not be partake of a divine torment coming against America. From Allah God came in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever. This means separation. We must separate ourselves from America so that we will be saved from the strokes of the master who is God himself. Allah God is whooping America with all kind of disasters. They have been writing for many years that America must be punished for evil done to her black slave, who are a so-called free slave now, and who continue to suffer the same or worse punishment on the children of their white slave masters than their white fathers imposed upon our black fathers under servitude, slavery. America has not only lost, still losing friendships all over Asia and Africa, but she is now losing friendship right here with her next door neighbors, Central and South America. The matter, the ill treatment and dislike which they receive. The President Khalfani Committee made it seem as though it should have been on the other side of the earth. Steps have to be taken to protect their physical self and a country which is right next door to America. However, the scriptures must be fulfilled. They shall eat America bread and burn her body with fire. I quote from Revelation 17:16. And the ten horn which you saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. The whore here is a reference to Central and South America, America Salites. This means that America gift and whatnot will be accepted. But this does not mean that America have brought this sincere friendship. They would take all they give with America offer. But still, this does not mean that America have their heart. America is careful not to give any help to a black one slave for 400 years to do something for themselves. America wants to keep her black slave tied while she watched their movement. If we go to her, ask America for a territory so that we can live to ourselves, to turn a deaf ear to us. We helped America for 400 years in every respect as though we was one half owners of the country. We have gotten nothing in return but beating, cheating, shooting down on the highways. If we think that there is a God of mercy, and there is one, should we not think that he would sympathize with the poor black slave to receive justice from his master? The black slave helped it to make America rich. Will Allah God be silent forever? Being a God of righteousness, justice, will he not take to himself the work of aiding the poor black people against the evil oppressors? America wants everyone to help her be more on all of her setbacks. But when she calls others to fall, break up the country of other people, and destroy the independence and freedom, she laughed and pride herself as doing a great thing. She put her feet upon the economy's neck and destroyed the independence as a nation. All this now returned to America. The little nations are now awake. They had looked it for true friendship from America, but instead, America deceived them. Again, I repeat, the Bible prophesies, as thou hast done, so shall be done to you. There is no friend for America. Also, it is written in the Bible, the days of your fall, none shall help you. Why? Because you, America, have been and are in aid of destruction and fall other people. So who shall help you in your days of your fall? This is what Allah God wants to bring home to America through his prophets. The Holy Quran refers to America in this kind of prophecy. When her doom comes, there will come one disaster after another. And as soon as she thinks she's getting over the sore made by a previous disaster, another one will attack her. America's ongoing all that's prophesied against her. It is nothing new. It is well known. We have been eating the bread of affliction, suffering the poison bite of our white slave master, and have caused our actual death of our proper mental way of thinking. The natural brain of the black slave is poisoned. It cannot think for itself. So Allah God is asking us to separate from white America. But the mentally dead do not want to go from her, for they have not yet gotten the knowledge of the truth of our God, Allah, and his mercy for them. The black slave children are victimized by the white slave master because of the condition the white slave master brought our black slave fathers up in. They do not really hear the right answer to their problem, regardless to how I cry and their millers. They are poisoned and mentally dead. Will America repent? This is a great question. America knows her evil doing against us, but to repent of it, I doubt it much. She feels that she tried to make up with us for evil doing to us. She will be inviting her disgrace amongst the nation of the earth. Her determination is to try and to keep the so-called nigger from believing in the true God Allah, true religion of Islam, which is our salvation. They are using many tricks now to deceive the so-called nigger. The foolish so-called nigger are falling for them. False friendship is not able to stand up for very long. The enemy is not just not able to put up over false friendship for long. You should be able to know them and their tricks as long as they have been putting them all over on you. According to the Holy Quran, Surah 60, verse 1, friendly relation with enemy of Islam is forbidden. O you who believe, do not take my enemies and your enemy for friend. We offer them love while deny what have come to you of the truth, driving out the apostle yourself, because you believe in Allah, your Lord. In this kind of doing, the foolish so-called Nick will be trapped. There are even some weak Muslims who ignore this warning. Some even go as far as to marry the enemy of Islam and even hate me for teaching the truth of the enemy. But Allah is with me. I have no rights to worry about the doing of the people after knowledge. The enemy does not love neither you or me, as the next verse teach. They will find you, and they will be your enemy, and will stretch forth towards you their hands, and their tongue evil, and desire that you may disbelieve. They will slay you with their hand and speak evil to you and of you with their tongue. You must remember that you do not like one who befriends your enemy. How much does God dislike you for making love with his enemy? See, an enemy does not have to be a real devil. He could be your father, mother, brother, husband, wife, or children. Many times they are your own households. Today is a great time of separation of the righteous Muslims and the wicked right race. The wicked are not by any means asleep to the knowledge of the time. They are really on the job with truth. You must know the truth, whether you accept it or reject it. Ask yourself these questions. Number one, if Christianity is the religion of Jesus, why is that the wicked white race represented instead of the righteous or holy people of the east of Islam? Number two, why has not the holy city of Mecca allowed it to be taught within her? Number three, why is not Jerusalem the capital of Christianity instead of Rome, Italy? Number four, Christianity was the religion of Jesus, and the white race of Jesus' beloved people. Why did he preach the doom of this white race and the coming of a new world? This people will most certainly carry to their doom many of our people because of our people fear and love for them. Look out of your doors or windows and see the black woman sitting in a car close in her arms of your and her enemy. Enemy does not love her, only wants to disgrace her and you and keep her from seeing the hereafter. You cannot have any such freedom with his woman, especially not in front of his doors. The love of them will get you to hell. The trouble of America, no peace. So we see this trouble of America, no peace. America trying to hold a place as the greatest power amongst the nations of earth is one of the most troubled countries on earth today. The world had never before seen the top ruler of the land leaving the office to visit the nations abroad. The purpose of these visits to foreign countries is to make peace with them after years of troubling them. America brought all of her trouble upon herself. She alone is to be charged with being the cause of the troubled world and people today. America loved meddling to other people's affairs. They just cannot stay out of other people's business, whether they be a 2 cent worth soapbox teacher or president, kings of countries. America action fits the description of the prophecy of the Bible. The beasts have eyes around and about. This refers to a mechanical listening device, which America listen in on other people's private affairs, as well as to listen in on foreign governmental affairs. So also refer to a powerful telescopes. America goes aboard and make war against other people. Then she charged them with making war against her when she is the one who is guilty of war making. The Bible says Allah God will destroy those who delight themselves in making war. America is the new Babylon. Whom to the bloody cities we see is all full of lies. In robbery, the prey depart not, the noise of a and the noise of the rattling of the wheel. And the Prince of Horse. Okay, let's go over here.